For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello, welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure. Me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a review on a driveway awning from Vango. So this here is the Vango Kela. So the Kela comes in different sizes. So you've got a low, standard and a tall. What that means is just actually the size, height it attaches onto your vehicle. So the main body of the Kela, which is this part here, remains the same. It's really just this part backwards, which actually adapts depending on what height you're looking to fix it to. So they do, like I said, a low, a standard and a tall. So normally what you need to know is what height you need to fix it to. So a low will go anywhere from 180 to about 210, 205. The standard is anywhere sort of up to 235. And then the tall will go from about 230 up to about 280, 290. So the joys of this means that if you've got something like a motorhome, probably 9 times out of 10, it's going to be something like this. Whereas like a T5, you're looking more down the lines of the low. But it's always worth measuring where you're looking to fix it to before you're looking at buying the awning, because it might dictate where you need to be in the range. The Kela is a really nice model, and certainly Vango's probably best-selling driveway awning, and you can see why. You know, it's a really good size, got a sewn-in ground sheet, so it keeps all the bugs and critters away, but the fabric it uses is really good as well. So it's a 420 denier double ripstop fabric. I mean, that's about 5 times what you'd normally thicker than you'd normally get with a conventional tent or awning. So really good quality, waterproof to 6,000 mil, hydrostatic head, so it's incredibly waterproof as well. But it's more about the features that are built into this driveway awning that really makes it unique. Like I said, certainly for us, it's our best-selling driveway awning. Very quick and easy to put up as well. I put the whole thing up on my own in the best part of sort of 7 minutes, which is impressive. Certainly if you're touring around from place to place, that quick and easy, the whole awning going up is brilliant. Obviously it's a driveway awning, so that means you can detach it from your vehicle, leave this freestanding, nip off to the shops, sort of in the motorhome in your T5 to get some milk or get some, just some extra bits and bobs, return back, attach it on, so it's all quick and simple. You can check out our how to attach a driveway awning video if you wanted to. It talks about all different ways of attaching it and different fixments you can look at putting onto your vehicle. Or you can also bring your vehicle into us in shop and we can sort of recommend what is best. But Kela, really nice strong model. Like I said, tons of features. And one thing from the outside is you might not necessarily realise is things like your mesh doors. You've got a good mesh door on the side and on the front as well. Beautiful big window panel on the front, and it's a clear PVC window, so you get good quality, but you get good vision through it. It's not so much distorted. Small little window panels as well. All have curtains, so you can get your privacy when you want to as well. Obviously, apart from that, you can get light in. You've got sort of 2 good strong webbing straps on the front, pulling it out against the vehicle to get that roof looking nice and taut, and there's a bracer beam on the inside as well, again just to add a bit more support to it. One thing that's quite unique as well is you've got this extra door that sort of leads not actually inside the awning but straight into the motorhome. So it just basically means that you can enter your motorhome. You can sort of roll that back if you wanted to. It means you can enter the motorhome without going through the awning. So again, you've got muddy shoes or anything like that, or bikes, you don't want to traipse it through your lovely, nice, clean sort of ground sheet. You can come straight in here, straight into the motorhome, and you're good to go. When you come to also attach it on as well, you've got adjustment. So this is the adjustment part here. So like I said, it fits various different heights. So this one being the tall, which I've used on the motorhome here. Like I said, it's about 230 up to about 280, 290. And you've got this adjustment strap here, which actually takes the slack up, like so. And then that means you can still use the side door and it's still attached onto your vehicle. This pure attachment part is really just a means to go into your awning with a bit of shelter. It's not necessarily waterproof, and you will always tend to have a gap because the Fiamma awning at the top sort of sits proud. There's no way to get that as a tight fit. If you are looking for something like that, it may be worth looking at a fixed sort of fixed motorhome awning. So really, but obviously you lose the ability to drive away, leave it freestanding. Means you've got to move from A to B, you've got to take the whole awning down, pack it away. So that's where this sort of driveway Kela really works nicely and well. We'll talk a bit more about certain features on the inside as we have a look. So let's check that out. So now we're inside the Kela. First thing you can see is obviously the amount of room you've got inside. Decent head height throughout the whole of the awning. So me being 6'2", 6'3", can more than happily stand up even in the corners, not a problem. You've got, like I said, a sewn-in ground sheet, so it's physically attached So what you would probably need to consider quite strongly is the option as a footprint to go underneath this, just to protect the base of that. Again, it just helps with sort of keeping the base clean, an extra leg at stony rocks and pegs. And again, it's more a case of give you an idea where you're looking to attach it onto and give you just, as it says, a footprint of where it's going to go. Like I say, you've got a beautiful, big, nice open door here. You've got a mesh part to the door, so you can have this completely meshed up with the side door, which we saw from the outside. It gives you good circulation there, without having to have the bugs and critters coming in. One thing I probably would say is a nice little thing as well is this door, you can actually zip it out and actually almost keep it like a sort of canopy. So buy some king poles, there's some little eyelets in the corners, and you sort of just prop it up, put the king poles in, some extra guy ropes, and that just extends it a little bit further for something that's already included in the actual tent. There is lovely, like a slight little lip in and out of the tent. It's just naturally of the ground sheet you have, so that's just something to be aware of for this particular model. Look, the beams obviously are very quickly to put up, and the bladders are both the same in both the two beams here. So if you did want it for peace of mind, buy an extra spare, almost like a spare tyre, like an inner tube, you can buy so. And they're fairly inexpensive, to be fair, and it's something that's not always a bad idea to have a backup. But you do get a patch repair kit included as well if anything was to go wrong. But you get a very good 2-year warranty with this particular model, with the ability to make it completely free of charge, an extra year by sort of registering your product with Vango themselves. You've got a nice big, let's say, PVC window, not only in the front door, but in the side door here. And this sort of side window actually has zip up and down curtains. So that means you can have it sort of done halfway, alternatively take it all the way at the top and then say get your privacy against sort of neighbours peer and pass, or you want to leave some valuable items in here like bikes and that sort of thing, you can happily do so without peace of mind knowing no one's going to come in and have a look at it. One thing is behind me here is the attachment. So this part here is almost the door which can open up completely. So when you want to drive away and leave the vehicle and sort of leave this thing freestanding, you can zip this all the way up and seal up. So and again, if you want to open up, you can have sort of a half door. Alternatively, completely open it with a zip along the top and a zip along the bottom, and then you're into your motorhome there, or your T5, that sort of thing. You've actually got small toggle parts on the back here, so when you want to drive away and detach it, you can roll it up, keep it there, and there's sort of webbing straps on the outside to brace it, so leave it freestanding, so it's still got a good amount of strength inside of it. Like I said, on the outside you've got a brace apart beam, so this is one here that sits in the roof, just to give you extra torsion. You can actually buy these as an actual extra if you wanted to add them to the sides. So one's included for the roof, but you can buy them, like I said, added on just to give it a bit more beefness in the corner. I mean, and that's overly expensive, best part of 15 quid for each. So again, fairly reasonable. And it just sort of Velcro in place. One thing to mention is obviously the pump you get supplied with it. So you get a dual action hand pump supplied with the tent, which looks something like this. So as you physically pumping up and down, it's thrusting air inside of the valves. So it's a good sort of height, obviously comes up to about waist height and down to knee height. So it's not too strenuous when you are pumping up and down. So, and you've got a little pressure gauge on top as well, just to tell you what PSI you're pumping it to. So check out the instructions, just to make sure. It's normally about sort of 7-8 PSI, but there's actually a little green zone in the valve. So it gives you a good solid indication that you need to be in the green zone. Beautiful things to sort of mention as well is the optional extras. So not I've said about the footprint, but you can buy a carpet to go inside of here just to have a bit more warmth to the item. And like I said, it's actually fitted, so it's got a sort of cutouts for the beam holes. You've got a nice ventilation panel, which we saw from the outside just on the bottom, beneath the window. And other things to look at as well is like driveway inners. You can buy an inner tent if you wanted to sleep people inside this. So about sort of 50 quid. And you've got little toggle points just here and here, so you can sort of pop it in that side if you wanted to, or alternatively if you wanted to chuck it in that side there, you can pretty much basically turn it inside out and put it which way you want. You've got small little clips just above in the roof part here to keep it all securely in. You've still got sort of additional features like down the bottom here, a cable entry point for your mains. So like I say, if you're more benefit probably for things like T5s. If you want sort of mobile mains hookup, you can thread your sort of mobile mains through here, leave the unit in here and still use appliances. So you've got a little point just there to enter the cable and trail it through. And you've got things like places for lanterns, so just point here. You can hang a lantern off a little ring, and you've got Velcro points, again, just so you can feed the electric cable up to the lantern, just keeps it all neat and tidy. One feature that's unique to Vango is their what they call TBS, which stands for tension band system. So tension band system is sort of webbing straps that breach up to the top point, just to give you a bit more stability in sort of stronger weather. Realistically, probably about 95% of people never really know they exist, let alone use them. So this is a small little pocket just there. So all you do is pop it in the little clip and just give it a little bit of tension. So it's just like so. What it does, creates a triangle formation with the roof and then out with the guide ropes. So in higher winds, you've got more stability. So what it's doing, really, if you say you've got the wind buckling from that side, by pulling that in, that then braces this part here and gives it much more firmness and retains its shape. So that's a little feature. So you've got another one on that side as well. And one on the front part as well again. Really, it's just there as added insurance. Like I said, 95% of people don't really tend to use them, but it's there at your own discretion. But so yeah, really nice model. So plenty of features inside here that's certainly worth talking about. And like so with the extra guarantee, it's a really good model. And certainly, like I said, one of our best sellings that we've done in previous years. I can certainly see it going forward. There is another model that's actually been included into the range for this season, which is the Cruise. So the Vango Cruise. That's another model that's definitely worth a look at if you like this model, but just feel you want a little bit more internal room. That's a great option to go for as well. But pretty much that is everything to talk about the Vango Kela. Like I said, check out the attachment vehicles. So different ways of attaching this sort of thing onto your vehicle. It comes with a few anyway. So you've got your Kela, which you can sort of put the fixing kit onto. You've got a sleeve which you can sort of thread a pole into and clamp it into a gutter. And then you've also got your sort of Velcro tabs that you can sort of attach onto a roof rack. Or the sort of classic and probably most simplest way is webbing straps, which you can sort of throw over the top of your vehicle and just guide it down the other side. So the straps come with it, but the others are sort of extras that you'd have to look at for this particular model. But like I said, there's a bit more a detailed video about how to attach this sort of thing onto your vehicle. But in essence, really strong model here from the Kela, and it's certainly something that going forward this season is going to be really popular, as it has been in the past few years. But any problems or questions or queries, comment below or contact us here at Attwoolls.